would be a pay-per-view match. 85, 90, maybe even $100. And that's why it's so important for us to make this fight. I don't think it would be news to anyone in the media gathered in this room to say that some, not many, laughed at our ambitions when we came into the market. But here we are approaching the first Cinco de Mayo weekend since our launch, and boxing fans in the US are truly to understand what it means to be a DAZN subscriber. When those fans wake up on May the 5th, there won't be an $85 bill waiting for them. And that will be a truly transformational moment for the business of boxing and the business of sport more generally in this country. For the fighters, let's remember that for decades, becoming a pay-per-view fighter was the career goal. But what if you could get a pay-per-view level purse without constricting the audience for your sport's biggest moments? And that's what it will mean to become a DAZN fighter, and that's why we're so confident in signing the biggest names in the sport. Canelo, Jacobs, Joshua, the list goes on. And so to the two DAZN fighters on this stage, I wish you tremendous luck in camp over the next 2 months, and I look forward to spreading the word of this fantastic fight with you in the coming week on our international media tour. Thank you very much.
Now, please welcome the Managing Director of Matchroom Sport and the promoter of Daniel Jacobs, Mr. Eddie Hearn.
New York, how you doing? Brooklyn, how you doing? Mexico, how you doing? Guys, just want to echo what Joe said. This is an amazing moment for DAZN, and you know, fight fans over here for a long time, you've been paying a lot of money for the super fights, and that's really about to change. The fight itself, we have to give a huge amount of credit and respect to Canelo and to Oscar and the team. They know about this fight. They know how tough this fight is, and I can just see a little bit of worry. I don't know, maybe, no. Bernard, no. Robert, these guys know more about boxing than I'll ever know, and they know about this fight. They know about this fight. But isn't it great that we have a super fight, Cinco de Mayo and T-Mobile? Isn't it great that we have a moment in the sport where two great champions can come together? Because I have to be honest, there were plenty of TV executives out there that told us this fight won't happen. There is no way Canelo and Golden Boy will fight Danny Jacobs. I think Danny even feared that himself. But for a long, long time, when we signed Daniel Jacobs, he has told me many, many times 3 special words. Bring me Canelo. And on May the 4th, he gets his chance. He gets his chance, not just to have a great story. We know the Daniel Jacobs story. It's incredible. One day it will go down as the greatest comeback story in the history of the sport. The man was told he may not live, he may not walk again, but he will certainly never fight again. He came back to win the World Middleweight Championship, and now he stands before you to be the unified middleweight world championship, the best fighter in the world, the ring magazine champion, all these things. But you know, when I saw him fight Gennady Golovkin, and that final bell went, I thought, wow, Jacobs has done it. Jacobs has done it. Jacobs has come back from cancer, he's come back from never fighting again, and he's done it. And I thought, I just believe the gods, although it was a close fight, the gods are going to give him this win. But they didn't, because they waited for this moment. They waited for this moment when he can go out on this platform against the very best in the world and create a legacy that will never ever be forgotten in the sport of boxing. And I've never been so confident in a 50-50 fight, because that's what this is. Because I believe that this young man walks with faith. And I believe that on May the 4th, he will become the unified middleweight champion of the world. Fate is a wonderful thing, but when you combine it with talent, it goes a long way. And for my Mexican friends, I was in Tijuana at the weekend. What a place. What a place. La Chona, my favourite song. True story. And Cinco de Mayo is such a wonderful weekend of celebration for you great people. Not this year. Not this year. I wish both of you the best of luck. My heart, my head is with this young man, the best middleweight on the planet. On a May the 4th, you will get a night and a show you will never forget. Thank you. All the best. Thank you.
the fight. I know it's a big match from anybody. I want to thank Eddie Hearn, John, that I think he's going to pull off this victory. So looking forward to seeing everybody there.
Man who's responsible for getting Daniel.
First off, I want to tell you, these two young men are two of my favorite fighters. My son is my favorite fighter. The hand that will be raised, he's a son, and Monica goes, he fears no man. He and Jacobs, middleweight champion of the world. Thank you very much.
Canelo since he was just a young boy. He's known him forever. He's helped train him. Well,
Nueva York, New York. Estamos nuevamente to announce a un rival. Se van a enfrentar el próximo 4 de mayo y cuando se enfrentan dos grandes peleadores, lo que se espera es una gran pelea y para vencer sus grandes retos. Gracias. And what better way to announce it than we fight?
now to the man who helped craft the game plan that allowed Canelo Alvarez to beat Triple G last year in one of the best fights of 2018, and also helped Canelo beat Rocky Fielding to complete the 168-pound world title. His name is Eddie Reynoso, the trainer of the year 2018.
Buenos días o qué son tardes. Pues muchas gracias a todos los que están aquí presentes, que siempre vienen a apoyarnos. Muchas gracias a Golden Boy.
Thanks to Golden Boy,
De la olla, al señor Eddie Hearn,
Oscar, and Eddie,
a los manejadores de Jacob por hacer posible esta gran pelea.
to Team Jacobs for making this possible, to make this great fight.
Después de Canelo, el mejor peso medio es Daniel Jacobs.
And after Canelo, the next best middleweight is Daniel Jacobs.
Entonces sabemos que va a ser una pelea muy fuerte. Jacobs es un tremendo boxeador con muchísimas cualidades, nosotros lo sabemos.
And we know that Jacobs, what he brings and how talented and all the qualities he has and how tough a fight, we know that.
Pero este año queremos nosotros barrer la división y Daniel Jacobs pues va a tener que perder para
This year, we want to sweep the middleweight division. And sorry, Daniel Jacobs is in the way, he's going to have to lose.
no nos va a quedar más que prepararnos como siempre y ese día el 4 de mayo pues salir con la mano en alto y dar el otro paso y esperar al siguiente campeón y como les decimos vamos a barrer a los 160 este año y vamos a prepararnos muy fuerte.
And we're going to do what we always do, prepare strong, prepare properly, no shortcuts, win this fight, and prepare ourselves for the next champion. Because like I said, 2019, we're sweeping the division.
Muchas gracias a todos y
It's going to be the best fight
suscríbanse a Dizon.
of the
And
year.
thank you. And don't forget, subscribe to the Zone.
I think we've heard from everybody up here, so we appreciate it, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for. Wait, there's two more men we need to hear from, right? How about we start with the IBF middleweight champion of the world? He has an 81% knockout ratio. His team believes it. His fans believe it. His doctors believe it, that he'll be the unified middleweight champion of the world May 4th at the T-Mobile Arena. Please welcome Daniel Jacobs, the Miracle Man.
Thank you guys, New York. Viva Brooklyn and Viva Mexico, eh? Hey, I just want to say much respect to everyone for being here. Ultimately, much respect to Golden Boy and Canelo for accepting this fight. You're a true champion, and stepping in with another champion says a lot. So I take my hat off to you, but I'm looking for a tremendous fight for the fans. This fight is for the fans. Obviously, our legacies are on the line. He's already well established, so for me, it's about capturing the titles, all the titles, to claim my legacy in my own right. I'm from Brooklyn, Brownsville, New York. I never had it easy. I've always had the long road. I always had to jump over hurdles after hurdle after hurdle. When I step in that ring, May 4th, that will be the last hurdle that I would have to step in because I would declare myself the middleweight champ, the best fighter in the world of my division. I have my team to thank, Andre Rozier, Keith Connolly, my trainer up in heaven, Victor Roundtree, who couldn't be here today, all my staff, Scooty Scoot, Chris, Coach, I love all you guys. We have worked so hard for this moment. And I'm going to tell you one thing, this is not going to be a moment that I take for granted. I'm going to make sure that I put my best foot forward so all of you fans, whether you're going for Canelo or whether you're going for me, that all you fans can enjoy this fight because we both stepped up to the plate. We both know what this means. So I'm looking forward to it all. This is very exciting for me. But at the end of the day, I know what matters most, and that's making sure you guys are pleased. So big ups.
The only.
Darle a todos ustedes, a cada uno de ustedes por estar aquí y por siempre apoyarme.
I'm very honored to
Daniel Jacobs, sabemos la canción con la responsabilidad que siempre asumido.
to give the fans a great
A couple of quick questions.
Say that I'm a totally different animal. I possess any fighter that I ever faced, but Rocky still didn't possess the skill set that I have. So that's the difference.
Realmente va a ser una pelea difícil, eso lo tenemos bien claro. Va a ser una pelea muy difícil. Su estilo es un estilo complicado, pero creo que en estos niveles y la experiencia que tengo puedo adaptarme a lo que sea. Me voy a preparar para ganar esta pelea y sabemos que tenemos un plan difícil, pero puedo adaptarme a cualquier cosa, así que estoy listo para cualquier estilo que venga a poner en la mesa Daniel Jacobs y estamos listos para ganar el 4 de mayo.
We know this style is going to be very difficult, very complicated, but at this level, that's what you have to face. Those styles, all the different styles, and this level of fighters. We're prepared, we're going to train, we're going to work for whatever he can bring, so that on May 4th, once again, my hand is raised.
Daniel, you mentioned you fought Triple G. In your opinion, what's the tougher fight? Gennady Golovkin or the man to your right?
Well, we have yet to see, but I'm going to make sure that I train to face the best Canelo that we have yet to see. So that's the respect that I give, making sure that I prep 100% accordingly so that there's no stone unturned and that I can put my best foot forward.
And Canelo, in your last fight, you went up to 168 pounds. Now you're fighting Daniel Jacobs. A lot of people thought that fight might go the distance, but you blitzed him right out of there. Do you think that you can knock out Daniel Jacobs?
En el boxeo todo puede suceder, obviamente, knockout siempre está a la puerta, pero nosotros siempre nos preparamos para los 12 asaltos, ¿no? Y obviamente salimos a buscar el knockout, pero si no, estaremos listos para cualquier cosa, ¿no? Creo que cualquier cosa que se tenga que hacer en el cuadrilátero estaremos listos.
No, you know, boxing, obviously anything can happen. We go in there looking for the knockout, but prepared for the 12 rounds and expecting the unexpected. We're ready for it.
Well, that will conclude this stop here in New York City. From here, the gentlemen go to Mexico City and then wrap up their 3-city press tour in Los Angeles. And you can buy tickets right now, May 4th, T-Mobile Arena, AXS.com. One more time, give it up for Daniel Jacobs and for Canelo Alvarez.